Hello, my name is Betsy Hoyt, and I am a Foundations 3 Pro Certified Instructor with Pietra Fitness. I'm also a nutrition and wellness coach. When thinking about and meditating on the human person as a cathedral, it's a term that we use in Pietra Fitness to further explore the idea of becoming a temple of the Holy Spirit. This idea of cathedral of you comes to life not only in the spiritual realm, but also in the physical realm. Certainly, our spiritual nutrition as Catholics is rooted in the Eucharist, the bread of life. We know that the sacraments and daily meditation are vital to our spiritual life. They are the sustenance which Christ gives us as we strive toward heaven. Our bodies become a living tabernacle after Holy Communion, where Christ is physically present within us. And it is for this that we must not only care for our souls, but also for our bodies. Let us ask ourselves the question which St. Paul asks. Do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit? Church teaching clearly tells us that the body isn't merely a shell enclosing a soul, but that the body is intricately connected to the soul. And as cathedrals, God has masterfully created each one of us, body and soul, so that we may have both form, the structure of our bodies, and function, the purpose of our existence, all to glorify God for eternity. As we strive to care for the body, which is the structure, we also integrate the intellect and the will that, when working together, become the caretaker or the steward of our cathedral. When we not only move our bodies, but also fuel our bodies well and in an ordered way, we keep our cathedrals in good repair. This is easier said than done nowadays. We live in a time where choices abound. Foods that used to only be available at certain times of the year and in season are available all the time, year-round. The media is pushing superfoods, manufactured foods, supplements, powders, and potions as secrets to optimal health. The word diet really more often connotes the no, you can't eat this, or no, eat this, but not that. That's a bad food. This is a good food. No more sugar, no more carbs, no more fat, no more bread, etc. But in contrast, we like to think about nutrition, as this word connotes yes, because we want to add in foods that contribute to our wellness. And this word connotes equilibrium or balance, where we can experience integrated meal planning and eating habits, as well as ordered eating experiences, like we experience as Catholics, like feasts in our Catholic tradition, family meals, family celebrations. So when we are discussing diets, I do want to make a distinction that diets today are showing some dangerous trends. And without going into too much detail here, but just speaking in some general terms, diets which subscribe to strict guidelines or promise specific outcomes can create dangerous obstacles in our journey toward integrated wellness. What we're left with is not knowing what to eat, and that's quite scary. When we peel back the facade of some of these diets, we see that there's a tendency toward disintegrated views about food, or worse, maybe rash judgment of others if they don't subscribe to this or that diet. And sometimes, even in my wellness practice, I see the food or the program become an idol at the expense of human relationships. It is the hope that I have that everyone would be able to enjoy a meal with no strings attached, a meal where the food on the plate are right-sized portions and they're healthful choices. Healthful choices where one can feel confident and connected to the meal experience with the people they're breaking bread with, and not obsessing over the details of the food. Is it organic? Is it conventional? Is there too much dairy or no dairy or carbs or no gluten or all the things? When we unpack this last statement of no strings attached, in reference to portions and choices, we need to look no further than really our own hand. We can think about proteins, fats, carbs, and vegetables, all measured using your own hand. And so we use our hand and our palm to measure a protein portion, our fist to measure a vegetable portion, and then our cupped hand to measure a smart carbohydrate portion, and then finally our thumb to measure a healthy fat portion. And when I mentioned smart carbohydrates, I'm talking about legumes, whole grains, and low glycemic fruit. And when we eat these right-sized portions at regular intervals during the day, we find that not only are we satiated physically, but also mentally. Please remember that lean protein and a vegetable at every meal really is one of the keys to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So this all sounds good, Betsy, right? But how do we do this? Well, I want to offer you some simple action steps that you can take today to begin being a better steward of your cathedral. And if you're in need of a cathedral renovation campaign, well, these ideas can also be a great first step in this campaign. So first, look ahead. Take an honest look at your week and plan the meals that you will eat at home or from your kitchen, like packed lunches, healthy breakfasts. Then make a menu. Actually plan the menu. Mark the meals in your planner or on a calendar, or just make a list. Do what works best for you. Then shop for the ingredients. Actually make a list and then shop your kitchen first. Stick to the list and focus on foods in the perimeter of the grocery store. And this is where the freshest foods are to be found. Once you get home from the store, cook and prep for the week. When you arrive home, begin to prep the meals, cutting up vegetables, pre-cooking meats, and things like chicken breasts for salads, or browning some ground beef for tacos or casseroles. Then store it conveniently. And here's the rub. Store it in clear containers so you can see what's in the container, and then label it well and organize them in the refrigerator so you can see it and it gets eaten. Those are just some simple steps to get started in some healthy meals and meal planning. Next is snacking. Let's face it, any food that's in your kitchen right now is going to get eaten by you, someone you love, or someone you kind of care about. But with this said, take a moment and think about the items in your pantry, your refrigerator, things in your kitchen that are, well, maybe not the most nutritious or best choices for food. But with these food in mind, think about how you would replace these foods with better options. So I just want to make a stipulation here that snacking isn't bad. Instead, when it's rightly ordered, healthy snacking can be yet another way for us to maintain our wellness. Of course, during fasting and abstinence days, snacking is to be avoided as Catholics. And healthy snacking is an important component to an active lifestyle. And when we exercise consistently, our bodies need consistent nutrition for repair and recovery. We can use things like a snack tray, like this. It has little dividers that you can use to right size and rightly order your daily snacking. Maybe putting vegetables in the big spot, and then maybe a little bit of fats like a cheese or nuts, and then a little protein like some cottage cheese. We could also purchase grab-and-go snacks like single-serving cottage cheese or real protein bars that have a really short list of ingredients, or make your own. But more importantly, it is good to remove as much sugar as you can and to hydrate well. A Coke or a Diet Coke isn't a snack. And if you're dehydrated, your brain can actually mistake that for hunger, but your bladder really does know the difference. So, thinking about all these things, a caretaker is knowledgeable and adept, providing routine maintenance and repairing minor problems before they become big ones. Ask God for the grace and the fortitude to maintain your structure with healthy habits and a balanced lifestyle. Ask for His assistance in keeping a consistent exercise routine, maybe with Pietra Fitness, and then engaging in a healthier nutrition plan using some of these tools and tips that I've just provided. The work of a caretaker is constant and it is never easy, but continual repairs and adjustments are truly simpler and less costly than repairing the damage done by neglect. Invite Christ, the one who restores, into your efforts toward proper nutrition and a healthier lifestyle. He is the healer, the sanctifier, and provider that never fails. Ask for His grace as you choose to do one thing that I suggested today to improve your healthier habits. May God bless you and His peace be with you.